It get hot in that kitchen, boy. And everything may not work properly. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. They gotta be fed. Whether you wanna go sit down and eat a plate yourself, and realize ain't nobody cook for you. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking. Yes, sir. Keep God first, y'all. Boy. It get hot in that kitchen, boy. And everything may not work properly. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. They gotta be fed. Whether you wanna go sit down and eat a plate yourself, and realize ain't nobody cook for you. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking. Yes, sir. Keep God first, y'all. Boy.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 35. And Yahawashi went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. And open prayer that this lesson be edifying and comforting and exhorting to the elect. So, I was inspired to do this lesson, by the opening clip, with DC Young Fly. He's on Cam Newton's, I think it's called A Funky Friday podcast, and just listening to him, what he was saying, it makes so much sense in many ways, but looking at it spiritually and doing this work in this ministry, we have to continue, even though things happen in our lives, and different things seem to almost hinder us from doing the work. As he was saying, the people are still going to be coming out with a plate, man. When the Lord said that, he would feed his elect, man, his people. Let's get that. This is John 21 and 15. So when they had dined, Yahawashi saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? Right. So after they got a overabundance of fish, right? They the night before they didn't catch any fish, and then they seen Yahawashi on the shore, and Yahawashi said, throw the net, I believe he said, to the right of the boat, and they got an overabundance of fish, to the point where they thought the net should have broke, with so much fish, and it shows that, as the scriptures say, store up your treasures in heaven, where neither rust nor moth corrupt, roughly paraphrasing, and just through the spirit, I'm thinking about how the Lord asked them, Simon, Peter, if he loved, what, this overabundance of fish that he got, basically wealth, because he could sell off all those fish, whatever they don't eat, He said, 15th verse, so when they had dined, Yahawashi saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? Right? Then, all these fish and everything with basically this, this material gain, so to speak. And he saith unto them, yeah, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto them, feed my lambs. Right? So the Lord fed them physically, but it was beautiful way that the Lord could, use that as a almost like in a parabolic sense to feed the elect, the sheep of the nation of Israel, with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? As it says in the Lord said to Ezekiel, eat the whole roll and then go out and teach the children of Israel, roughly paraphrasing, right? So food for thought, so to speak, right? 17th verse. Salakia. 16th verse. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. He saith unto him the third time, and 3 goes into understanding. Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. Yahawashi saith unto him, feed my sheep. Right? So just reiterating how important it is to do this work, man. And that's going to be, the focus of this lesson is that, because of the men before us, of GMS and like-minded brothers, that are teaching the same doctrine, because of their labors and their willingness and what's the word I'm looking for? Readiness to do what the Lord commanded them, is how us brothers have come in to the fold, So now that, we have been put our hands to the plow, we have to continue in this labor. As Yahawashi said, the work is plenteous, but the laborers are few. And though it get, hot in the kitchen, as DC Young Fly was saying in his analogy, though things happen in your life, car situations, women situations, things with your children, financial situations, health situations, the work, as long as you're able-bodied, to go out, to the highways and byways and do these lessons, as long as Yahawashi have still giving that ability to do so, you got to do the work, man. We got to do the work, no ifs and buts about it, man, and it's all for the elect's sake. So let's get a couple scriptures. I don't want to make this too long. This is Luke 9 and I'll start at 57. And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahawashi said unto him, foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. And he said unto another, follow me. And he said, but he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yahawashi said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of heaven. When he's talking about the spiritually dead burying the physically dead, that was, how Yahawashi was saying it, the ones that are dead from the neck up, the ones that are, still in darkness, still in the congregation of the dead, because they don't have this light this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Let them go bury the dead. That's what Yahawashi was saying. It says, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Yahawashi said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom, man. So as this these scriptures are going into, as I believe it was Peter, when he asked, the Lord what he shall receive because they have forsaken all, right? So the Lord is saying here, do the work, man. As the scriptures say, if ye love me, follow my commandments. What's one of the commandments from the Lord? Luke 14:23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. So one of the commandments is to preach this word, this gospel, this truth, this good news to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and compel them to come in, in hopes that we can help gather the elect, Luke 1:69, and hath raised up an horn of salvation, which is Yahawashi, for us in the house of his servant David, and he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So the Lord is using his mouthpiece, the prophets, right, to spread this marvelous word, man. So no matter what befalls us, no matter how hot it gets in the kitchen, we got to do what we got to do, man. And this is for the the men that have been going out and sighing and crying for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof, man. The ones that are following the true doctrine, from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, which I truly believe the men from Apostle Tahar and our apostles all the way down have the 144% truth, man. So following that true doctrine and pushing, this word to the fullest, man. Keeping our hands to the plow. Isaiah 62:6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, man. So we are commanded to continue to push this word, man. Because the people are hungry, man. The Lord said in John 6:35, and Yahawashi said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst, man. Right? And how is that going to be possible? Because his men will be constantly out there laboring, constantly out there pushing his word, constantly out there on the highways and byways trying to bid them to the marriage, man. All praise to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Because of that, this is how we were introduced, us younger brothers, into this truth, man. This marvelous, glorious truth, this word, this peace unto our souls, man. This hope and faith that we can have now because of, the word that was pushed out through faithful men. Let's see, and I'll just end off on this one. 2 Timothy 2:10. This is why we do these things. I'll start at 9. 2 Timothy 2:9. Wherein I suffered trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of the Most High is not bound. So we were already suffering all these different things because we didn't have the truth. We were in utter darkness, right? And it says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahawashi Mashiach, which with eternal glory, right? So we're doing this for the elect's sake, and we call ourselves of the hopeful elect, so we hope that, the men that were before us, because of their faith, they possibly are that elect, because they did what the Lord commanded them to do. Right? It says, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Right? So they were doing what they had to do. And because they were doing what they had to do and had faith and diligence, they possibly brought in other, I believe they brought in multiple members of the elect, man. And Lord's will, we're of that number, man. Because of their labors, because of them not taking their hand from the plow, man. Because of them staying in the work, man. Continue to stay in the kitchen even though it was hot. Even though sometimes things wasn't working out for them. Even though different things were befalling them, they continue to seek ye, as the scriptures say, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added on to you. As Apostle Paul was saying, he said, he fight the good fight of faith, man. As it says right here in Timothy, 2 Timothy 2:10, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake. That's what Apostle Paul was talking about as well. That they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi with eternal glory, man. So this part of this podcast is very spiritual, man. And even right here, I was watching it. You got the 144K over here in the corner, man. Representing the elect. So Abaratazah, we're of that number, man. And even on DC Young Fly's shirt, which is the brother to the right, he has faith on his shirt, man. So this whole part was highly spiritual, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a quick hit. You brothers that are laboring, keep on laboring, keep on pushing, keep on fighting. Keep going. Keep running that race. Because as the scriptures say, our labors are not in vain, man. Store up your treasures in heaven, where moth nor rust corrupt, man. We're doing all this, for a great reason, greater than ourselves, man. And it's not in vain, man. So hope and pray this lesson was edifying, comforting, and exhorting to the elect. I want to thank Bahasham Yahawashi once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing His word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I want to say ababa ball and kwam yasharala. And shalom. To the next one.
It get hot in that kitchen, boy. And everything may not work properly. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. They gotta be fed. Whether you wanna go sit down and eat a plate yourself, and realize ain't nobody cook for you. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking. Yes, sir. Keep God first, y'all.
Boy.